Yeah, good morning. We are seeing US market remaining more of a sideway yesterday, whereas Asian markets are indicating some positive trend, and also the US futures are a bit positive. Uh, Present, the secretary in the US has said that he will not be surprised that the first deal could be with India, and that can boost sentiment in Indian market and can have some positive impact on Indian market as well. Apart from that, commodities are more or less flat. No great changes in the commodities. Overall, what we had seen that the market has seen a good run up, and thereafter the market is holding up, mainly supported by both buying from FII and domestic mutual funds, and maybe awaiting some good news from the US market, and that's why the market is holding up. Whereas on the other hand, the mid cap and the small caps are underperforming and are coming under pressure very sharply. So the mood is more towards large cap stock, and the major buying and support is seen over there than the small cap stock. So better to be in the large cap stock. Now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. This is Swati. Today, the market is likely to open on a positive note, and we are likely to witness some range-bound trading sessions. Yesterday, Nifty again managed to take a very strong support of the 200-day moving average, which comes to nearby 24,050 levels. Exact that low has been formed, and we have seen a strong reversals and managed the Nifty to cross the closing basis about 24,300, which gives some sort of a relief. Now, looking towards the second technical setup, I believe on the daily charts, the Nifty is on the verge of making the flat pattern. And any more about 24,370 levels on the closing basis will extend this positive rally towards 24,470, 24,540 levels on the high side. Whereas the support is placed at around initial for the intraday purpose 24,270. Below that level, 24,200 can be tested. The overall view will remain a positive for the Nifty front as long as it sustains above the 200-day moving average on the closing basis. Meantime, one should definitely holds their long positions. We believe that the Nifty for a short-term period of time will likely to cross at least 25,540 will be the first target, which is the Fibonacci golden retracement levels. Any move above that level will see the extension of this rally towards 25,000 and beyond that level 25 to. So the setup is really positive. Any deeps towards 200 day moving average can should be grab as an opportunity to take a quality calls. Coming towards the bank nifty, for today intraday purpose, the first resistance is the for on the bank nifty front, 56,000 is the first resistance level. Any move above that level, we see some positive momentum towards 56,270 to 56,400 levels, whereas the support is placed at around 55,240, 55,200 levels. Stock specific, Heg really looks good on the technical front. This particular counter is well placed about important moving averages on the line chart. If you look towards its given the breakout of a cluster resistance levels, we are looking for a target of 510. So one can take a long positions at the current market price as well and then the strict stop loss of 470. That's it from my own direct postal debut into the portfolio.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. On the derivative front, see, the PCR has risen and the Y also has risen, but not by much. Still at comfortable levels. VIX has decreased from 18 to below 17 levels now. That is also good sign. We are seeing good rise in open interest on the put front from 24,500 up to 24,000 strikes. So that is also a good sign. 24,500 is a small resistance for Nifty. Once that is crossed, you will see further buying to continue, and probably Nifty will go up towards that 25,000 level. So yeah, look out for the same. Um, Markets are believed to be remaining positive in the next few days as well. From the stock specific front, financials are one where some selling happened, and because of high rollovers, high open interest, further selling can come in. So yeah, look out for the same. For the other stocks, chemicals are one which are seeing a lot of short covering action. So SRF, Aarti Industries, Deepak Nitrate, and all the others stocks are showing good strength on the charts as well. So yeah, look out for the same. They can do well going forward. That's it from my side. Like for the fundamental team to take over, please.
Thank you, Nirav. Good morning, everyone. On the result front, AW Agribusiness Limited, which was formerly known as Adani Wilmar, the result was okay. Revenue grew by around 38% on a YY basis for the quarter, and for the whole year, it grew by around 24% with 9% volume growth. In terms of edible oil, quarter four volume grew by around 7%. And in terms of food and FMCG segment, it grew by around 9% in value terms. Industrial essential segment has seen 17% growth. In terms of operating margin, it reported at 2.5% versus 2.7% in the same quarter last year. The stock is trading at a PE of around 30 times to trailing 12 months EPS. We will provide the update post the con call. Hatsun Agro Product Limited result was okay. Overall revenue grew by around 8% on a YY basis, and operating margin reported at 10.3% versus 11.2% in the same quarter last year. The stock is trading at a PE of 47 times to FY26 earnings, and we remain neutral on the stock. Yesterday, we attended the con call of Manorama Industries. As I mentioned yesterday, the result was improved for the quarter, as well as it has achieved the guidance for the annual. The management indicated that the cocoa butter equivalent prices are expected to be in the range of around $5,000 to $6,000 per ton on an average basis. In the revenue product mix, the cocoa butter equivalent contribution has improved from 10% in FY24 to 30% in the last year. And the company has revised its revenue guidance for FY26 to rupees 1050 crore from 1000 crore earlier, and which is expected to see 36% growth from FY25, and 25 to 30% growth is expected from the volumes while remaining from the pricing. The CapEx plan, which includes the backward and forward integration, is expected to be announced by the next quarter. And it will continue to invest in the R&D for the long-term success. Additionally, it is also working on the working capital and the net debt reduction. We remain positive on the company. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. On the news front, Wipro has bagged a 5-year contract from German-based firm. So it will be modernizing the company's IT infrastructure using AI-powered solutions. So that's positive for the company. On the results front, KPIT technology reported numbers which were in line with the expectations, wherein the revenues grew 3% quarter on quarter and EBIT margins remained flat at 17.3%. Company had been making investments and efforts in the past to enter the Chinese markets. Now it has created some pathways there and thinks it is strategically placed to benefit from Chinese markets. European pipeline is very strong for the company. There is an urge to catch up amongst the OEMs, and company is an established player in these markets and hence would benefit. In the USA, apart from the passenger cars, there is growth coming from highway market as well. The current tariff uncertainty is creating delays in decision making. They should get some clarity in the next 3 to 4 months. KPIT has collaborated with Mercedes-Benz India to enhance the R&D efficiency, so that will be positive going forward. Company has guided for a stronger second half than the first half. However, H1 will also would see some growth positively. So outlook for KPIT would be positive. One can accumulate the stock. Secondly, Hexaware has reported numbers which were below expectations. Revenues degrew marginally, while margins improved 110 beeps quarter on quarter. So, two of the clients moved work offshore, hence the lower revenues and higher margins. Hexaware follows a calendar year format and it expects the next quarter to see a reasonable or a positive growth, while the Q3 and the Q4 would be showing a accelerated growth. Stock is available at 22 times FY27 expected earnings, and near term there might be pressure on the stock, but for long term one can accumulate at dips. And lastly, First Source Solution Limited also gave out numbers which were broadly in line with the expectations. The order book continues to be strong. The revenues for the quarter grew 2.1% quarter on quarter, and EBITDA margin also remained flattish at around 15.4%. Stock is available at 30 times for FY26 expected earnings, and the outlook remains positive for First Source as well. That's it from me. Thank you.
Good morning. PNB Housing Finance posted its results. Results have improved. PAT grew by 25% year on year and 14% sequentially. The growth was driven by NII, which grew by 16.8% year on year, and affordable housing. AUM grew by 16% year on year and 5% quarter on quarter. Disbursements came at 22% year on year and 27% sequentially. Also, asset quality improved. GNPA came at 1.08% versus net NPA came at 0.69%. The stock is trading at 1.5 times trailing price to book value ratio, and we are positive for the stock. Also, Aditya Birla Sun Life AMC posted results. Results were below expectations. Revenue came at 429 crore versus expectations of 442 crore. EBITDA came at 244 crores versus expectation of 261 crore. EBITDA margin came at 56.9%, and PAT increased by 1.6% year on year. AUM grew by 10.4% year on year, and equity market share came at 4.23% year on year. 4.23% year on year, it was 4.9%, and quarter on quarter 4.35%. And the stock is trading at 5 times price to book value ratio. The outlook is neutral. Lastly, IDBI Bank results were okay. Advances grew by 16% YOY and 5.6% sequentially. Net interest income came at declined by 10.8% year on year, and net interest margin came at 4%. Profits grew by 26% year on year. Asset quality improved by 2.98%, and net NPA came at 0.15%. The stock is trading at 1.5 times trailing price to book value ratio, and we are positive for the stock. Thank you.
Good morning. TVS Motor posted the result above expectations. Revenue from operations grew by 17% year on year. EBITDA grew by 44% year on year, and EBITDA margin came at 14% versus expectations of 12.9%, and PAT is also above expectations. Stock is currently trading at P of 40.9 times FY26 EPS. We attended a con call of TVS Motor. So the management expects the domestic two-wheeler market in FY26 to grow similarly to FY25. Q1 FY26 could see moderate growth due to high base effect from last year, but growth is expected to pick up from quarter two onwards. EV two-wheeler penetration increased to 6.8% in FY25. EV adoption is expected to further rise, supported by the PM e-Seva scheme, PLI benefits, and state-level EV policies. Positive outlook for exports in FY26. Africa is expected to recover after previous economic challenges, while LATAM markets, Mexico, Colombia, continue to show strong growth. TVS aims to grow ahead of industry in international markets, and management is confident of sustaining and gradually improving EBITDA margins. And TVS has also developed CNG scooter technology. Uh, Launch timing will depend on market readiness and CNG availability. So the overall outlook for TVS Motor is positive. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all from us. I'll request commodity team to take up from here. I don't think anyone is there from the commodity team. So as such, we close the call. Thank you very much.